Welcome to One Chemistry. Always try to do your best. Now, let us see about 100 conversion in organic chemistry. We are seeing it as episode. This is the episode number 115. If you didn't watch previous episodes, I encourage you to go and see. Here, we solve 5 problems step by step. Stay tuned. Let us see the question number 1. Question number 1 contains long chain alkane with bromine and hydroxide on the other side. You have the linear chain. You are using sodamide and dead reagent and BBH3 and cesium carbonate and butyl lithium and quaternary ammonium salt. You are using thiol, phenol analog and potassium hydroxide. They ask you to find the product. The products are really about whether OH become NH2 or OH become PHS or OH and B are both are substituted by NH2 and PHS or just a ring closure with amine, cyclic amine. From the reagents and reactant, the dead reagent suggests the naming reaction is involved and you have to analyze the ring closure possibilities. The answer is D. Let us see how. The starting metal you are having alcohol, you are having dead reagent. Normally it's a kind of SN2 reaction. It's called Mitsunobu reaction. Technically it's Mitsunobu reaction, but it is like SN2. So what really happened is OH converted into NH2. Since you are using dead reagent, you have substitution with tosyl group. Then the next step you are using the base. The base subtract the proton from the nitrogen, which is the acidic one. You have the anion. You have the anion. Bromine is a good leaving group. So there is a possibility of ring formation. So minus charge attack the bromine carbon. You have ring formation. Since there is a 7 atom involved in the ring, you have the 7 number ring formation. I given numbers for your understanding. Next step you are using thiol and KOH. It is D product the tosylate group there. You have the cyclic amine as the answer, which is answer D. Here you have to learn two important things. One is Mitsunobu reaction. Mitsunobu reaction is like normal substitution reaction. Its stereochemically specified an inversion. Here just a substitution of OH into NH2. Second thing is cyclization. If you have very good leaving group with charges, you might think of the cyclization. Then the question number 2. The starting metal you have benzene attached with many functional group. One side ether, another side aldehyde, another side ether with alkene there. You are using phosphonylide and heat. They ask you to find the product. The products are mostly ring closure with the carbonyl there. So how the carbonyl is close the ring. Here cyclization occur between aldehyde and alkene. So how the cyclization occur? The regioselectivity is important here. How the ring is closed and where the ring is closed. So from the reagent E-light, you might guess naming reactions are involved and you have definitely the rearrangement inside. So the question involves two naming reactions. The answer is D. Let us see how. The starting metal you are having alkene and aldehyde. The reactant is not clear for our further steps, so we rewrite it nicely for the reaction. So we redraw the functional group, the heat one nicely as well as the O rotated bond. And the first step you are using the E-light there. You are having E-light, you are having aldehyde. So the possibility of Wittig reaction. So Wittig reaction occur, you have a side chain alkene there. Here the alkene configuration doesn't matter because final product don't have any specificity there. So you have alkene. Another side you have the O ester which is involved in the formation of Claisen rearrangement. So there is a Claisen rearrangement. It will continuously occur. First it happened at ortho position, then it happened at para position. Why it is happening twice? Because you have to create the aromaticity. So the ring is closed continuously, open continuously as a rearrangement. At para position the ring is closed nicely. You have the alcohol formation. So aromaticity is established. That's why two sigmatropic rearrangement is occurred there. Then the next step you are having OH and COET in the same system. So the possibility of nucleophilic attack. So the OH, the 5th position attack the 10th one. So you have new CO bond formation. So the ring is formed there. If you redraw nicely, you have the product D. Here you have to learn two important reactions, which is Wittig reaction. Wittig reaction occurred between the carbonyl and E-light. You have final product as alkene. Second thing is Claisen rearrangement. The Claisen rearrangement occurs between the ester and its ortho and para substitution. Then the question number 3, the starting metal is conjugated ketone with alkyl groups are there. You are using BBH3 and DPDMS chloride, and you are using butyl lithium and butanol. Butanol is the aldehyde. You are using DBAF as the catalyst. They suggested 4 products to identify. The products are mostly where the butyl lithium attacks there, whether the attack is on the carbonyl or in the first alpha position or the fourth position on the conjugated position. So there are the 4 possibilities. So from the reactant to product, you might guess where the butyl lithium attack is the real question here. The answer is B. Let us see how. The starting metal you are having conjugated ketone, you are attacking with phosphine. The phosphine is the nucleophile here. But where the attack will happen, there are the 2 possibilities, 1,2 addition and 1,4 addition. But the attack will happen on the 4th position. Since the nucleophile is soft, 1,4 Michael addition will be happen. So the phosphine attacks on the 4th position. It possesses the charge there. The hydrogen, which is acidic due to the positive charge on phosphine, you can remove it by butyl lithium. So the anion is formed. Again you are reacting with butanol. Butanol is the aldehyde there. So the anion is formed there. Then the anion attacking with butanol. Butanol is the aldehyde there. Aldehyde attack the carbonyl carbon. You have new CC bond there. You have O minus there. Because the charge is more, you have O minus. You have O minus and phosphine in the same system. So definitely you might think of Wittig reaction which occur in the intraway within the molecule. So PBH3 removes, you have alkene formation. So the alkene is there which is in the conjugation. Next step, the silyl agent DBDMS can be easily removed from the workup. The workup giving back the conjugated ketone. Hence the answer is clearly B there. Here you have to learn 2 important things. One is phosphine is the soft nucleophile. It always undergo 1,4 Michael addition. Second thing is Wittig reaction. The Wittig reaction can occur in the intramolecular way. It is possible if you have phosphine and oxygen within the system. Then the question number 4, the starting metal you are having the ketone, again the side ring attached with amine there. Then again you are using the butanol. The 2 conditions are given, condition A and B. They given the 2 product B and Q. So you have the condition A and B. A is the basic condition, B is the acidic condition. So you have to find which reagent gives which product, whether A gives B or Q or B gives B or Q. So from the reactant to product, if you know already, it is the naming reaction, and the role of reagent is important here, whether acid or basic control the reaction. The answer is B. Let us see how. The starting metal you are having ketone, it has 2 types of alpha hydrogen. It can be removed and controlled by acidic or basic condition. If you take acidic condition, the primary anion will be formed because the anion stability primary is more stable than secondary there. If you use acid catalyzed mechanism, the acid coordinated with oxygen and you have the cation there. You have secondary cation is much more stable than primary cation. So the condition reverses the selectivity here. If you are interested, you separately study ketone tautomerism, both acid and base catalyzed. Then you are reacting with ketone. The attacking species will be different because the enol form is different in both ends. So you have the amine on both sides, ketone on other side. Only the methyl positions are differed there. Here I given the numbers to avoid the confusion. So think of numbers, only methyl positions are different. In the product you have amine and oxygen inside. So intra-aldol condensation is possible. So intra-condensation is possible. You have NH bond and the water elimination. So you have the final product with NC bond and you have the product which is like quinoline structure. This kind of synthesis is called Friedlander synthesis. This is used for preparing the heterocyclic compounds. Here answer is B because Q is formed from the acidic condition. So the condition is B there. Moreover, it is given thermodynamic because you are getting unusual product by the thermodynamic control. It is possible by the use of acid catalyst. Hence the answer is definitely B there. Here you have to learn 2 important things. You have to decide the reaction based on the intermediate stability. Here whole reaction dictated by the intermediate. Second thing is Friedlander synthesis. Friedlander synthesis used to synthesize the quinoline kind of compounds, heterocyclic compounds. Then the question number 5. The starting metal is cyclic ring system attached with OH, phenyl, and it has alkene there. And you have amine and side phenyl ring. There are the many functional groups. You are reacting with formaldehyde and camphor sulfonic acid. Here there are the many functional groups. You have to identify the reaction center. You are using aldehyde and acid. Here 4 choices are given. The choices are mostly ring closure, how the ring is closed, the position of double bond and the fate of alcohol. If the alcohol is there or it's converted into ketone or the ring expansion after the cyclization. So there are the many possibilities. So from the aldehyde and amine you might guess it's a naming reaction involved and definitely ring closure possibility should be there. The answer is B. Let us see how. The starting metal you are having many functional group. Next step you are reacting with aldehyde. Aldehyde favorably react with amine. You are using acidic condition, so there is the possibility of Mannich reaction. Mannich reaction normally convert amine into alkene there. So NCH2 bond, it's a kind of imine. So imine is there and nitrogen charge is there. You have to consider the charge by all means. So what really happens is 3,3 sigmatropic rearrangement occurs. The nitrogen also involved in that one. So the charges moves, you have ring opening there. The ring is open, new ring is formed, which is a larger ring. So after the rearrangement you have the larger ring, but still the charge is not quenched there. So you have to find a way. You can write it like concerted mechanism. Here I write it with many steps. Normally the hydride shift occurs to quench the charges. So hydrogen switches, you have methylene group, the new bond formation, which is the 7-member and 5-member ring formation with heterocyclic. So if you redraw nicely, the answer is B. Here you have to learn 2 important things. One is Mannich reaction. Mannich reaction involves the amine and aldehyde, you form imine. Second thing is charge quenching. Here charge quenching dictates many things. One is sigmatropic rearrangement, the ring is open. Another thing is the charge quenching also promotes the cyclization here. That's all from this episode. I hope it was easy. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestion, comment below. Stay tuned for next episode.